What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about the struggles of like fighting or try to find people like-minded or people you feel connected to. So what I've noticed a theme in my life is the fact that I can't seem to find people that I feel that close connection or that close bond with. Now don't get me wrong, like I believe that like it's not necessarily being manipulative or fake like that, but like when you meet different types of people, you meet them for different types of reasons, and there's nothing wrong with that. So it's all about perspective at the same time. So like, for example, like if you meet someone where you feel like the connection is so shallow, right, and all you guys do is party and drink, then hey, whenever if you feel like having fun, if you feel like just having if you feel like drinking or partying, then you can hang out with these types of people. Even if you don't drink or if you don't party like that, you can still hang out with these people and you could learn from them. You could like it'll make you more confident or like it'll make you more outgoing. It'll make you be more thick skinned. Like cause like usually like for example me like the type of people I need in my life, I need very like nurturing, caring people who are very like understanding, who are non-judgmental and who are very like they're very loving people, right? Now these are the type of people I need in my life where I crave for. I really crave for. It's very calm, loving, caring people, right? Very nurturing people, right? But instead in my life, I never met people like that in person. The only people I've met like that in person is through online. But even then, like it's just like I need sensitive people in my life. You know what I'm saying? But my entire life, I'm never around these types of people. But instead, I'm around the quite opposite. I'm around people who are very like who aren't as sensitive, who are very, I guess, thick skinned or not even that, but like people who are like who I really can't explain it, but like basically the opposite of how I am, I meet people who are the opposite of I am, if that makes sense. So like for example, like instead of me like I meet people who are very insensitive or who makes jokes that are hurtful, who abuses people but they look at it in a jokingly way, or who make fun of people but they use that as a joke, because you know those type of people or type of friends where like they'll make fun of them, right, or like they're pretty much talking shit to them, right, but they look at that as a joke or just being friendly. Now I understand there's a difference between thick skin, having fun, and joking around. Of course if I meet my soul tribe, of course we're gonna joke around, have fun, make fun of each other, but not in an abusive way. I feel like the people I've met with, they go very overboard and they're very judgmental and they're just very like it's just shallow. It's a shallow connection. Like they just it's surface level. You know me. I guess like because I have no choice to be around people who I feel very different from, and I don't mean that in an egotistical way. Like for example, me like I don't drink like that. I don't smoke. I don't do any of that, right? But when I'm around people, it's just like a lot of people will drink, a lot of people will smoke, I guess. So like me, so I guess I have no choice but to do that. And it's not peer pressure at all. It's not that, but it's just for me, it's just like I literally have no choice. So like I guess it could be a good thing too. And again, I have nothing against people who drink or smoke, because you know there's nothing wrong with that at all. Because like me, how I look at it is like okay, I don't feel that close connection with these types of people, right? So, but yeah, I'm around these types of people who do those things that I rather not do. So I rather just might as well not necessarily fit in with them. I guess it's fitting in, but not in a fake way. In a way where like I could learn from these people to see why they do the things they do, or like why they joke the way they joke, you know, or how they act the way they act, you know. And you can actually learn a lot. So like, I guess this video is kind of all over the place, but if you're not meeting people who you don't feel connected to or people you just don't resonate with, then and you're surrounded nothing but people who are the exact opposite of you or people who you rather get away from, but you have no choice but to be around them or to hang out around them because you don't want to feel that isolation or feel that loneliness, then my best option, you don't have to follow what I had to follow, but what I'll do is that like I'll hang out with that group or I'll be a part of that group in some way, right? And what I'll do is I'll try to learn from them despite me not feeling connected to them, despite me not rather not being around them. But yeah, I'll just learn from them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll learn like okay, yes, these are not my types of people. I rather not be around them, but they joke around a lot and they say a lot of hurtful, meaningful jokes to each other, right? and even towards me, right? Now, me, I'm very sensitive, so like I don't like it. It really does hurt me deep down inside. But how I look at it from is the fact that okay, well, since they're like that, and they're not hurting you intentional. It's just how they operate. It's all about vibrations. They're just vibrating at a different level than I am, right? They're just yeah, it's different vibrations. So how I could learn from them is, let's say for example, they say a lot of meaningful and hurtful jokes, right? How I look at it is the fact that since I can't change them, and since I have no choice to be around them because I don't want to feel that isolation, so I just hang around them. So what I'll do is I'll joke around them back, and not only that, but I develop a lot of thick skin to the point where like if someone says hurtful shit to me, I'll look at it as a joke, or like I'll look at it as like just dusting myself off, you know. But I'm not saying taking abuse. I'm not saying someone bullies you or like try to fucks with you. Don't take it. Don't take abuse. If it gets too much for you, yeah, stand up for yourself. If you don't like it, just stand up for yourself. Put them in your place, this and that. But I don't know, man. But it's just hard, man. Like for me, like I feel like I have no choice. I have no choice but to be around people I don't feel that close connection with. I'm not sure if it's part of my life purpose to be around people that I don't feel connected to. I'm not sure if I feel like my life purpose, like I feel like what God will do. I feel like what God will put me in situations to where like I can't really explain it. So like I feel like my life purpose is very all around. So like I meet different types of people. I meet like very, I guess, people who I rather not be around, like toxic people or people who are into like low vibrational shit, like damaging their bodies, like drinking a lot, like not just drinking, like over drinking. I have nothing against people who are drinking, because I drink too. Like I drink wine, I drink beer, especially for the holidays. I drink to have fun. You know, I'm talking about people who are excess on that, who smoke. So like I'm around these types of people and this and that. It's very shallow connections. Well, I gotta be careful what I say. So I don't mean it like that. Basically, what I'm saying is that like I'm not around people I feel that spiritual connection with, if that makes sense. The people I see online, that's what I feel connected to. But even then, I still don't feel connected to these types of people. For some reason, I never meet my types of people. I'm not sure if I'm picky or I'm not sure if it's my intuition. But deep down inside, I am aware that there are people who do think like me. I am aware of people who see things how I see things. I am aware of people who have the same type of sensitivity as me. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I haven't met these types of people in person yet, or online either, I know deep down inside there are people that are out there. For some reason, it's my intuition. Like, I can't deny it. You know, even if I try to deny it, I just know something in my gut instinct is telling me that, like, there are people that do think like me. Now, I feel like God puts me around people who I don't feel that connection with. It's because so I could learn from these people, and so I could learn about human behavior and human psychology. And I feel like that's part of my life purpose. Not my main life purpose, but I feel like it's part of my life purpose to understand human nature in a way. This is why I make a lot of videos about, I guess, advices, life advices, I guess. You don't have to agree with what I say, but like just the fact that I have a lot of videos, I feel like my life purpose revolves around human psychology in some way. You know what I'm saying? Based on the things I've experienced and based on the things God put me around, the types of people that I have no choice but being around with. You know what I'm saying? Understanding why people act the way they act, understanding different types of people, different personalities. There's different personalities of people. You know what I'm saying? So, but also, but yeah, but I know, like, I know it gets tough. Like, if you're not meeting the like-minded people, I know it gets extremely tough, and like, you just don't feel connected to people, and you just feel like, damn, man, like, am I going crazy? Am I the odd one out? Am I acting crazy? And no, not at all. You're not crazy. You're not weird. You're not an outcast at all. You're just for some reason, the universe or God, they're putting you around toxic people or people who aren't good for you for some reason. People may say spiritual warfare when you're constantly being around people who attack you or like who say a lot of hurtful shit to you. It could be spiritual warfare, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of people, well, how I look at it is this. Yes, I believe spiritual warfare. I do believe it's the devil or like negative entities try to fuck with you the more you're trying to evolve. But I also blame God in a way. Now, you don't have to agree with me, but I do blame the universe. I do blame the creator, because like I feel like God has a lot of power and a lot of say-so. I feel like God controls our lives in a way, piece by piece. I feel like God controls our destiny events. I feel like God controls our free will. I do feel like everything does happen for a reason. I don't believe in coincidences. I do not believe in that shit whatsoever. I do believe everything happens for a spiritual reason. So I feel like God will purpose if you're around toxic, shitty people, then more than likely it's a spiritual reason behind that. It's more than likely that God purposely put you around these types of people for whatever reason. I don't know why, but well, yeah, I do know why. So at least from my understanding, you don't have to agree with what I'm saying, but from my understanding, as of right now, the reason why God puts you around these people is so there's so many reasons. Either you done some bad shit in the past life, so now you got to pay for it in this lifetime, or you gotta clear out your family's. So basically, it's like karma, right? Or if you're trying to break generational curses, then like you're gonna be around shitty people who you don't fit in with because more than likely your family experience the same shit. My third reason is spiritual warfare. So if you're around shitty people who will always talk down on you, not just friends, but like anyone in general who talk down to you, you're constantly attacked. It's because of spiritual warfare towards the devil. My fourth reason is the fact that since human beings, the human experience in general, it revolves around suffering. No matter what, you're going to suffer. You're going to experience some type of bullshit, right? And that's why God will put you in these situations so you can go through bullshit experiences. So you can. The reason why is so you can heal them, and so you can overcome them. So you can become a better human being, and so you become more successful and help other people out in the long run, like helping the collective. This is where you get your spiritual leaders. This is where you get your leaders in general, because what makes a good leader is what they've experienced. You can't, I mean, I'm not saying you can't be a good leader, but like I feel like good leaders, I feel like what makes them really great, or usually certain types of leaders that make them great, is because of the things they've experienced. So for example, if a leader experienced horrible, toxic, shitty people and situations, and that specific leader overcame these situations before that person became a leader, then yeah, that person is going to be a good leader because that leader know what it's like to go through bullshit experiences and dealing with bullshit people. You know what I'm saying? So they're able to teach it, and they're able to give people advice. I feel like that's part of my life purpose in a way. I still got a lot of shit I need to like learn, but still, you know what I'm saying? Another reason why, at least from my beliefs, why you're around shitty people is um shit. I forgot another reason why, but another, well, I guess so. That wasn't my reason before, but I guess that could be part of a reason. Is that your vibration is extremely high, right? So if you have a high vibration, or if you have a very important mission in life, then more than likely, yeah, same thing as my other reasons. You're gonna go through spiritual warfare. So either God or the devil, they're gonna put you around shitty people, disrespectful people who constantly violate your boundaries, who constantly try to psychologically scar you by saying hurtful shit to you, right? Um, and so it's because you could evolve, or you have a very special purpose in life. Therefore, you have to experience a lot of bullshit, pretty much. I know it sucks, but it's how it is. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to perspectives, there's no right or wrong. It's all about your perspective. So there's no right or wrong. But yeah, but I have more reasons too, but I just can't remember. But yes, but anyways, as part of my life, man, like I just wish I can meet like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? Like I just really wish. I feel like I am gonna meet like-minded people in the near future. For some reason, I have a strong intuition. Not only that, it's intuition, but it's also faith as well. But still, though, like I feel like I just been around a lot of shitty people. I've been around people who I don't really see eye to eye with, and no, the only thing and the crazy thing is that like I never get into fights or arguments with people like that. I'm actually cool with a lot of people. It's just the fact that I just don't feel that connection with them. I don't feel that spiritual connection. Like how I'll act towards people and how I'm considerate towards other people, the same people I'm around with, they won't do the same shit as I'll do. So it's the how I'll treat people, the same people I'm dealing with, they won't treat me the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like me, like for example, like I like when I'm meeting people, or if I'm dealing with people, I'm gonna be considerate of people's feelings. I'm gonna be considerate of how they are. I'm gonna make sure they're comfortable. I'm gonna make sure if I'm not, I'm extra cautious by not violating their boundaries, or like I'm not trying to make them uncomfortable. I'm trying to be respectful towards them, this and that. But in the other hand, and I'm trying to be thoughtful as well. But on the other hand, the people I'm dealing with, they're the exact opposite. So like they'll constantly disrespect me, or they won't think twice before what they do, And then I gotta point it out, and then I gotta either put them in their place or tell them what they did was wrong and hurtful. I've even dealt with family members that are like this. So pretty much my whole entire life, I've dealt with a lot of people who I don't see eye to eye with, and that gets extremely draining. I know it seems like I may not be affected, but trust me, it is. It sucks. It's painful. It's not fair at all. It's not fair. The fact that you're going to be around people who constantly disrespect you is not right. Now I understand people may say, "Oh, maybe you're not carrying yourself a certain way, or you're not setting healthy boundaries." But how I look at it is this: but just the fact that I constantly got to remind people of how to treat me, or I got to constantly set good boundaries so people won't fuck with me or take advantage of me. That shit gets draining and it gets annoying because it gets to the point where like, how do you not know? It's like you. It seems like you're more mature than the other people you're dealing with. At least how I view it. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's the type of shit I got to deal with all my life. Like my life is good. It's just the only downfall of my life is going to be around people. I'm constantly around shitty people. There are times where I've put people in their place. I had to stand up for myself. I had to let people not cross my boundaries. I had to go off at people. I had to yell at people, and even calmly, I was setting healthy boundaries. To people, I had to constantly remind people how to treat me a certain way. But it gets annoying. Where like no matter every cycle of my life, I'm always dealing with narcissistic people, and this shit gets extremely annoying. You know, it's just like at times I'll pray to God or I'll tell God like, yo, God, like did I did something bad in the past life to experience this shit, or like am I experiencing karma? Have I done something bad in my past life or in this lifetime where I deserve to be treated in such a bad way? Did I did something wrong to the point where I deserve to not be around like-minded people? Like, did I did something bad? Is there something wrong with me, or am I attracting this, or like what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So these are the type of questions you really ask yourself. You know, and if you are experiencing this, just know that you're not alone, and the fact that there's nothing wrong with you. It's just there's something wrong with these people. Just for some reason, either this world is filled with a lot of shitty people, and if that's the case, then like Earth. Earth is not worth it. Earth is just filled with a bunch of dumbass people. That's one of the reasons why Earth is so shit, because we're around a lot of losers. You know what I'm saying? And just negative, envious, just disrespectful people. But there are so much human beings out here, so I don't know why God doesn't make certain people be around each other. I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean this in an egotist. I'm not sure if I should mention this. Fuck it, but I'm gonna dissect it too. So in these other channels, there's this thing called chosen ones. So signs if you're a chosen one. Now I personally don't like the term chosen one, but I do like the meaning behind the term chosen one. So if you type chosen one on YouTube, you're going to come across a lot of signs you're the chosen one, or signs you are the chosen one. And these people, they're pretty much telling you the signs that you're a chosen one, but like I don't agree with the label. It's kind of egotistical, but I get what they're saying. They're not trying to be egotistical at all, but they're trying to find a label to know that like because there's a certain group of people, right? Basically, they have a lot of talent, they have a lot of potential in life, right? But for some odd reason, these same people, which people on YouTube refer to them as the chosen ones, they all deal with the same shit. They all deal with disrespectful people. They all feel like they don't fit in. They all feel like they all like have similar traits. They all like work hard. They all have a vision. They all have big dreams. And I know if you're watching this, you're thinking like, oh, that's with everybody. But it gets complicated. There's a lot to explain. But just type in chosen ones, right? Now, again, I don't agree with the label, but I get what they're saying. And they're not trying to be egotistical. But again, what I'm saying is that like all the symptoms they're talking about, they're explaining that signs you're a chosen one. I'm telling you, that shit resonates with me, and it resonates with other people. I'm not saying I'm a chosen one, but like, okay, but also, hang on, this shit sounds extremely egotistical, but basically with chosen ones, right? They've experienced the same shit. All the things people are talking about, I've experienced the same shit. Like they're talking about if you don't feel like you don't fit in with people. If you feel like you're constantly disrespected by people, if you're feeling attacked by people constantly, despite you setting boundaries, there's always more people trying to fuck with you. It's just so weird. Like also just other shit. Like you have big visions, you want more out of life. You question a lot when it comes to this world. You can see through people, or just how people act towards you. all videos on YouTube where they say the chosen one, it all resonates. You know what I'm saying? And again, when people say chosen one, I'm not saying they're egotistical. Or all I'm saying is it sounds egotistical, but these people, their intentions aren't to make it egotistical. It's just a label. It's just a word. You know, I like it, but I don't mean it in an egotistical way. I like the word chosen one, but I don't mean it in an egotistical way. That makes sense. But what I've learned from someone, um, when I booked a tarot reading from her, she mentioned that like each, you don't have to believe it, but I personally believe it. Each human beings, right? We all have different soul tribes, and you gotta look at it as a number group, right? Again, I didn't make this up. I got this from someone on my personal tarot reading, and I agree with her. You don't have to believe it, but I believe in it. But I believe in her. Basically, there's different groups, and they're called soul groups. This is where you get your soul tribe. What your soul tribe means, it means the people you feel extremely connected to, right? The people you feel connected to, the people who you see eye to eye with, the people you're very compatible with, you feel extremely safe with, right? That these particular people, they're called your soul tribe, or they're called your soul family, your soul members, but usually soul family or soul tribe or soulmates, right? When it comes to soulmates, it doesn't have to mean romantically. Soulmates could come in the form as a friendship, as a family member, or as a romantic partner, or even as a pet. That what soulmate means. It means your your soul's family, where your soul get along with that other soul. It feels like family, right? This is why the soulmate. This is where you get your term soul family, soul tribe. So every human being in this world, we're all separated into groups, right? And in these groups, we all have a group of soul family and a group of soul tribe members, right? Now, each soul group and soul families, we're all split and we're all meant to do different challenges, different tasks, right? Again, I didn't make this up. I got this from a person who does tarot. I don't want to mention her name because I don't want to put her business out there and I don't want to accidentally spread the wrong information. But I do want to let you guys know that I didn't make this up. I got this from someone else because I don't want to take credit of someone else's work or someone else's hard work or someone else's intelligence, right? And I don't accidentally take credit for it when I have no idea about that. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. So, but anyways, people, they have different soul families and soul groups, right? And they're all split into sections, right? And they all have different life purposes. For example, group one, their purpose is to overcome toxic people, toxic family members, abusive people, just very negative, toxic people, right? And they're meant to overcome that shit, escape the odds, become extremely successful, and attract their loving family, attract their loving friends and family. Fuck family, fuck family. Attracting just friends they get along with, and just helping out the world, helping out the collective, be extremely fucking successful, and la la la. And then you have section two people who there's another section, a group of soul tribe members or their soul family. Their specific group is to fucking I don't know. Their group is to learn how to um uh learn how to escape from poverty and become rich so they can help their family out and build generational wealth. But you see how each soul group has their own different tasks? Now, again, I didn't make it up. I got this from someone. But I personally believe in that shit. So basically, what I'm saying is, me, on my case, I'm not around my soul tribe. I'm not around my soul family members. The closest people I feel connected to is through online. But still, it's still better to have that in-person connection because it's even scientifically proven if the human body doesn't have that connection with someone they feel connected to, they can physically feel pain. Even if you never experienced a hug from someone, you can still feel that pain. So, and the people that I feel connected to, that I feel that close bond with, they're experiencing the same shit I'm experiencing. They're experiencing abusive family members. They're experiencing shitty people around them, friends and family members who don't support them, who are very narcissistic. We're experiencing the bullshit of this society. I mean, who isn't, right? The whole collective is, but still. So, and they all see things and they all view things how I see things and view things. I feel extremely connected to them. And these people are my soul tribe, pretty much. I know this video is all over the place, but basically what I'm saying is this, right? if you're going through bullshit, if you feel like people are just very odd to you, if you feel like people like if you feel like you can't trust people because people are showing you time and time again that like they're just ain't shit, like they got nothing to offer, they got nothing to offer you, they're disrespectful, they're not there for you, and they got nothing to offer you, right? Basically what I'm trying to say is keep your face, don't give up, because I feel like if you use that shit as motivation, don't let it bring you down. Use it as motivation. So because eventually you will reach to the top. I know it's unfair. I know it seems like the universe or God they're trying to put you down. I know it's bullshit. Trust me. I know what it's like to to be around people you don't feel connected to. I still haven't met a person who I feel extremely connected to in person. I've met people like that online, but I'm trying to meet people like that in person. You know, and even then, I still feel like there are people out there in person. I just gotta. It's gonna happen later in my life, most likely. So I'm not sure if it's my Saturn return or something in my astrological charts, or the karma I'm dealing with, or part of my life purpose, or generational curses, whatever the fuck, right? Basically, just don't give up hope. I know it's unfair. I know it's not right what these people are doing to you, but just keep your head up straight. And even if you never manage to meet your like minded people, you could always look back and say, at least I had the faith, at least I didn't give up, and that's all that matters. Like I said, it's better to die trying to fight for what you believe in than to just give up. You know, so don't give up. I know you're around a lot of shitty people. I know this life is shitty. I know it may seem like life is against you or God is against you, but just keep your head up. I know this shit is not fair, and it's not fair. It's not fair, especially if you're trying to be a genuine person, if you're trying to do right by yourself, but yet you still coming across negative people. Just keep your head up, man. Again, these videos all over the place, but yeah, but that's more of that's the theme of my story, like of my life. Like all my life, I've been around. I'm not around like-minded people. I'm around very shitty people. There's a reason why I constantly isolate myself from two people. And when I isolate myself from people, I'm very happy. But me, I'm a very social person, so I need that connection. So when I'm forcing myself to be around people that I don't feel connected to, which is damn near 100% of people, I still get disappointed. So it's a double-edged sword, and either way, I'm fucked pretty much, right? But like I said earlier in my video, you just got to adjust. You got to look at it at a certain way. So instead of dwelling and being sad and pissed off the fact that these people aren't at your level, what you can do is you can learn from these people. Look at their habits. Look how they talk. And use that as a learning curve to the point where like these are write down a list and of how they act and be that person and attract the type of friends that you don't want to see in the people you're currently dealing with. Or you could learn to develop thick skin, but don't mistake developing thick skin and taking abuse with tolerating abuse or people being disrespectful and having people walk all over you. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, but this shit gets annoying where like you constantly, at least for me, like all my life, I'm not around people that are like-minded as me. I feel like I'm around very shallow, shitty people, right? Well, they have nothing to offer me. I know it's part of life too, where you have to look out for yourself, this and that. But like, goddamn, it doesn't hurt to have a good connection with people, you know. But it is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below your experiences, and I'm out. Have a good one. Peace.